as much as we all want to, and we want to be there for their first steps, and we want to be there for their first words, and their first tooth, and their first baseball game, and their dance recitals, and like all the things, like the reality is like that's just not always going to happen. And so it's not about the amount of time that you spend with them, it's the quality of time you spend with them.
Hey kid, do I have your attention? I know the way you've been living. Life's so reckless, tragedy endless. Welcome to the family. You can't win this fight.
We have a busy day, Tyler. I got a meeting here with Alex this morning, talk about some customer service concerns, see if we can alleviate some stuff that's coming in. I'll probably grab a quick bite to eat. Got another meeting after that. Gotta run out to Beaufort, try to get back to the shop, do a few things there, look at doing some more prototype stuff, some sewing. I just got a lot to do. It's gonna be kind of a busy day. So, it'll be good.
Oh man, that's the problem, as you know, is everyone just is like, oh, you've done it, so can you just tell me the steps? And like, yeah,
work your ass off. Work and be patient. Right, Tyler?
Be patient.
It takes about 10 years to get that 1 year to change your life or something like that.
That's about right.
That's all right. Yeah, literally
That looks like the face of a defeated woman right there.
I've only been on duty for like an hour and a half. What the F?
losing in there.
Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very impressed by your branding, actually.
Thank you.
I love your stuff, by the way. In the future, we'll probably be getting you a lot of money.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Guys, what I'm seeing in the comments, a lot of you are struggling with a work-life balance. There's so much to it, but I think really the name of the game, I think it's a quality thing over a quantity thing. I think it's all about what you do when you're with your kids versus how much time you spend with them. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, it's all about, it's not that you're spending all day every day with them. It's the time that you spend with them. It's, you know, there's a work-life balance that a lot of people are concerned with, and there's like the politically correct things to do and say and how you act, and oh, I spend all my time with my kids, and when I'm home I'm with my kids. Like it's just so hard to do these days. You know, if you're the main provider for your family, or you're in the military and you get deployed, like you don't get to spend every moment with your kids as much as we all want to, and we want to be there for their first steps, and we want to be there for their first words, and their first tooth, and their first baseball game, and their dance recitals, and like all the things. Like the reality is like that's just not always going to happen in every case. So it's not about the amount of time that you spend with them, it's the quality of time you spend with them. When you're home, try to be there. Try to, you know, I'm bad and I struggle with it too, and I try to work on it. I mean, that's my truth. I'm not here to BS you guys and pretend like I'm some perfect, awesome dad all the time. I own a business, so I'm constantly working. I'm at home, I'm on my phone, I'm socially, I'm interacting with you guys. We're trying to do things and help you guys and grow businesses, and I'm trying to interact with my kids at the same time. So I'm not always focused on my kids when I'm at home either. It's a constant struggle, and trying to find that balance. But yeah, I think it's about the quality of time, not the quantity of time. Another day.
Yeah, you right.
Good to see you.
Ready for this?
Hey, your open sign's off. Really? Yeah. I'm wondering why you haven't had a customer all day.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the one you've been looking for, huh?
That's the one. Son of a bitch. I opened my mouth way too soon. It's like, give me a 308. And
you said it twice.
I know. You're like, all right, I'm getting it. What sucks now is I gotta spend twice as much money and get a scope and a bipod. If you guys haven't seen the Ruger, what do they call this? The RPR, which is the Ruger Precision Rifle. This is a 308. I've been bugging my friend Derek about the 308 for a while, and he's like, hey bro, got you a 308 in. I was like, I could call my bluff. Well, I guess summer is getting real expensive. Yeah, cool.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
Followed you on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Chris.
Appreciate it. I'm Beav. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, you get to make it on an episode of the Weekly Dump.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you check those
Yeah,
out.
I've watched a
This is
couple.
Tyler.
How
Tyler.
you doing, man? I'm Chris. Good to meet you.
When my nephew was with us at the NRA show, I showed him the video, and he's like, holy crap, I'm in the video!
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying
really appreciate it. Mike.
Swing by one of these days.
Yeah.
Give me a car so you get my name.
Yeah, man, it was good to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for following us. I really appreciate the support. I'm really excited about my new rifle. Except for it's gonna be like a month before I can shoot it, because I gotta buy a scope. Ooh, but I'm gonna reach out to my friends at Loot Hold and see what I can get. So I got a comment on Facebook of somebody that says they're always wondering if they're doing enough for their son. He's 19 days old, it's their first kid, and sometimes they just can't figure out why he's crying, and it's super stressful. Here's what I have to say about that, and this is just from my point of view. Before kids can talk, right, before they can communicate with you with words, their really only way to communicate is through crying. That's all they know how to do. They make sounds, they cry when they're upset about something. So I get it, it's stressful because you don't know what they're upset about. So generally, as a rule of thumb, they're uncomfortable, right? Maybe they just need to change their position. They're either hungry or they don't feel good. They're uncomfortable. There was something else I was going to say about that. Oh, a dirty diaper. Thanks, Tyler. God, so glad I have you. Anyways, so they got a dirty diaper. They're hungry or they're just uncomfortable. Generally, those are like the main things that they cry about. So, keep that in mind. Maybe you change their position. You just fed them, so you're like, all right, process of elimination. They can't be hungry. They just got done eating. Maybe they need to change positions, but because they just ate, maybe they have a dirty diaper, so those are those things. But another thing I would keep in mind and start to look into as they get a little bit older than the 19 days is sign language. And that's really, really cool because kids can learn sign language much sooner than they can talk. And what we did, there was a show called Signing Time, and I'm sure there's lots of other ones now, but they can watch, you watch these videos, you interact with them, you show them, but you have more, and you have all these other signs that if they pick up on like 1, 2, 3 of those things, it makes life so much easier to be able to communicate with your child who can't talk yet. For us, my daughter Cameron really only picked up on this, which was more, but generally for her, that was like, I want more food, I'm hungry. So we at least knew that when she did this, she was hungry versus needing a diaper changed, or she was uncomfortable, maybe she wanted to be moved, or whatever the case was. Sometimes they just want to be picked up and held versus sitting in a little bouncy chair or in a, sleeping in a crib, or whatever the case is. So sometimes you just have to pick them up, carry them around for a little while. But that's my 2 cents on why kids are crying, right? They're hungry, they got a dirty diaper, or they're uncomfortable. Figure it out through some process of elimination, try a few different things, see if you can fix it. That's it. Whew. All right, guys, so check this out. That episode could easily have been like 20, 30 minutes. I've got so much footage from like a couple of days after that. So I really Really appreciate you hanging in there for like 10. I know that some other episodes have been super long and other ones have been shorter, so I'm trying to keep it in like 8 to 10 minute range. Let me know down in the comments at what you guys want to see more or less of, and we'll try to accommodate that. I want to make sure that you guys are watching. I want to make sure I bring you enough value to keep you watching. Like and subscribe if you aren't already. Follow us on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. We'll see you on the next one.
Here comes the ready or not.